Hi, and welcome to Nansemond Suffolk Academy's Back to School Night for the 2021-22 school year. My name is Elise Vaughn, and I'm your child's chemistry teacher. I'm excited to tell you a little bit about myself and get to know your children better this year. So we've had a great start to the school year, started out strong, and the kids are really responding well to the new um, the new old environment of back to 5 classes a day and 2 drops. They're managing their time well and getting the hang of figuring out what's due when. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. As I said, my name's Elise Vaughn. This is my 8th year teaching at Nansemond Suffolk Academy. I was a chemist before entering the classroom, and chemistry is my passion. It is something that gets me up every morning, and I'm super excited to share that enthusiasm and that love for the science with your students. That said, I recognize that chemistry is probably not the most applicable science for a lot of students, and that they may well never use it again after they walk out of the door at my classroom in May. So I try to use chemistry to teach skills that they will use throughout their lives, no matter what environment they choose to go to work in. So we learn a lot of problem solving, a lot of critical thinking, and a lot of time management. And I try to make it as exciting and as interesting as I possibly can. So my philosophy for my classroom is that we use what is called a flipped classroom model. And so, as many of you have probably noticed, they don't do a lot of worksheets for homework. They don't do a lot of problems for homework. They will either read or they will watch a video that I have recorded for them. And so they are supposed to take notes from their readings or from the videos. It's really important that students engage with this material. This is taking the place of lecturing in the classroom. And the reason that I do this is that by flipping the classroom, by lecturing at home and allowing them to take notes at home, they can go at their own pace. So some students choose to watch the videos at a higher speed and can take notes and keep up. Some students like to be able to pause and rewind the video so they can go back to areas that they might have questions about. I do encourage them at different times through the video to pause and to work through a problem on their own, and then to unpause so that they can check their work against the solutions that I'm providing for them. In order to check that they are doing this each day when they come into class, they have a little, we call it a bell ringer. So they have, usually it's a Google form, occasionally it's on paper, just a check for understanding to see that they took the notes and that they understood what they were reading or what they were watching. So they have one of those nearly every day. At times, especially if we're teaching a concept over multiple days, they'll have a video the first night and then they will follow up on the second night with an activity to work at home. One of the things about the flipped classroom is that the basics of taking notes and learning the vocabulary happens at home, but the more difficult aspects of doing the actual analysis and doing the math and working through the problems happens in the classroom, where I can help students if they are struggling. They do a lot of group work, a lot of working with their peers, but also a lot of working with me. We also do a lot of labs, and the follow through on those labs, the analysis is really important for their understanding. So let's take a look at what your students see when they go to the syllabus for my class. So here is our honors chemistry, our current unit. And so there's a syllabus for each section, but they look very similar. For my class, almost everything the students need is linked on their syllabus. We will take a look at the SaintsNet page here as well. So on their syllabus, you can see that it says what they're doing in class each day. If it is blue and underlined, that means that that is a link to a document or a video or to something that they'll be doing. So you'll notice that we began on Monday or Tuesday, depending on which class your child is in, with a test. And they still did have homework to watch the video that is the introduction to the next unit. So they watched that video. There's the link to the video there. They came into class and they had a bell ringer, and then we did an activity together. We did have enough time on that day that we actually did lecture in class, and so they only had reading for homework that night. So each day it looks pretty similar. It'll say generally what we're learning. This is the section in their textbook if they want to read along, and then their class activity with links and any homework with links. In addition to having the videos linked on the classroom page or on the syllabus, we also have them linked on our class SaintsNet page. So let's just really quickly go back. So if you're looking at the SaintsNet page from the parent view or from the student view, on the bulletin board, you will see just a very few things. The syllabus is always up here in the top right corner. There are a few announcements and our expectations letter, but the meat of what we cover is on the topics pages, and these are organized by unit. And so I try to always have the current unit at the top. So if we click on unit 2 here, we have embedded in it the playlist of all the videos for this unit. So the students can go here as well to access their videos. Any downloads that they might need, usually I will have copies of anything that we're doing in class here as well as helpful links. This might be videos of other teachers, or it might be links to, in this case, tables that the students need for their labs. So all of that is going to be there for your student. So I look forward to meeting you all in person. I'm enjoying working with your students so far this year. If you have any questions, please feel free to join me in the Zoom classroom or to send me a quick email. Thanks.